Hello, I'm Fazal Khan from Aero A. Today I'm going to discuss in avionics and instrumentation. So in this I'm going to talk on satellites navigation systems. So satellite navigation systems use a series of satellites placed in specific orbits around the Earth to figure out where the receiver is located. The satellites transmit orbital and timing information. The receiver uses this information from several satellites to calculate its position. Commercial systems are accurate to a couple meters, but high-end systems are accurate to a few centimeters. So, satellite navigation systems use a series of satellites which are placed in specific orbits around the Earth, and these satellites transmit orbital and timing information, and the receiver uses this information from several satellites to calculate its position. And the commercial systems are accurate to a couple meters, but high-end systems are accurate to a few centimeters. So these are satnav system, where we can locate the location of a particular car, and anything we want uh, to find the location, to find the weather forecast, we use satellites. So this is the example of satnav system. uh, it's a satellite which are placed in orbits, different orbits. So a satellite navigation or satnav system is a system that uses satellite to provide autonomous geospatial positioning. It allows small electronic receivers to determine their location, longitude, latitude, and altitude or elevation to high precision within a few meters, using time signals transmitted along a line of sight by radio from satellites. Time signal. A time signal is a visible, audible, mechanical, or electronic signal used as reference to determine the time of a day. So time signal is a audible, visible, and electronic signal which are used to determine the time of the day. And line of sight propagation antenna. Here you can see the example how it is located on the horizon. Line of sight propagation. Line of sight propagation is a characteristic of electromagnetic radiation or acoustic wave propagation, which means waves which travel in a direct path from the source to the receiver. So, line of sight propagation is a characteristic of electromagnetic radiation or some type of acoustic wave propagation which travels in direction path which travels from the source to the receiver. So line of sight propagation travels from the source to the receiver. And global navigation satellite systems. So global GPS, global positioning system, used to be an umbrella term for satellite navigation systems, but now GPS is associated with the US own Navstar system. So GNSS, Global Navigation Satellite System, is the umbrella term today for global systems, but only two global systems exist at this time. There are also regional satellite navigation systems and regional satellite navigation systems that are in the infant stages of becoming global. So, blow for the satellite navigation system for that exists today. So, a satellite navigation system with global coverage may be termed a global navigation satellite system. So, as a couple of satellite navigation which with global coverage, which cover the global area, are known as the global navigation satellite system. So GNSS and RNSS are present as operational global satellite navigation system exist in the world today: GPS and GLONASS. And global satellite navigation systems are in development: Compass and Galileo. And regional satellite navigation systems exist today: BEDO, IRNSNSS, and QZSS. GPS. So the Navstar GPS system is composed of 24 satellites and was created by the US Department of Defense. It can be accessed anywhere on near the earth where there is an unobstructed line of sight to four or more GPS satellite. This system provides critical capabilities to military, civil, and commercial users worldwide and is freely accessible to anyone with a GPS receiver. GLONASS. So, GLONASS is also composed of 24 satellites but was developed in the Soviet Union and is operated by the Russian Aerospace Defense Forces. This is SatNav system is the only other navigational system in operation with global coverage and of comparable precision. So GLONASS is also composed of 24 satellites and was developed by the Soviet Union and operated by the Russian Aerospace Defense Forces. And those Navstar is developed by US department and used by the global area. So global navigation systems, satellite system. There are GPS which used by US, Australia, and GLONASS and Galileo. These are the three major global navigational systems in the world. And regional navigation satellite system: Compass, IRNSS. These are used in India, and QZSS. So early solution: making trails with piles of stones, problems when snow falls or on ocean. Navigation by stars requires clear nights and careful measurements. Modern ideas: radar and GNSS. So GPS system. So GPS segments: space segment, Navstar navigation satellite, time and ranging 24 satellites, 20,200 km. Control segment, master station, monitoring stations. And user segment, receiver satellite segment. Signal. Satellites. There are quite a number of satellites out there in space. They are used for a wide range of purposes: satellite, TV, cellular, phones, military purposes, and etc. Satellites can also be used by GPS receivers and GPS satellites. The GPS operational constellation consists of 24 satellites that orbit the Earth in every precise orbit twice a day. GPS satellites emit continuous navigation signals. Applications of GPS. So it is used in military for navigation purpose, for target tracking purpose, for research and rescue purpose. And application of GPS in civilian purposes: GPS for surveying, for mapping, for finding lost vehicles, for finding lost mobiles, and for tracking purpose, for location purpose, to move from one place to another using locations. Location is also used by GPS. So application: monitoring of fishing fleet. In Europe, quota system fishermen only allowed to catch certain amount of a particular species of fish on a particular fishing ground. Trials of monitoring fleet incorporating GPS data. So these are navigation satellite and communication satellite and land earth satellite, land hand inspector, national monitoring center, petrol sound and aircraft. Thank you. Here I am closing my today's topic.